Hello, my name is Jesse. I use he, him pronouns. I am here representing the Member Advisory Committee. I am the president of the Member Advisory Committee. The Member Advisory Committee has the responsibility of producing the annual meeting for the Aliveness Project, so we welcome you. The annual meeting is a time when we talk about finances and budget. It's also a time when we elect board members. So we welcome you and hope you enjoy what we have put together for your meeting.
Hi, my name is Matt Taburin and I'm your Executive Director. It has been an amazing honor to serve as your Executive Director this past year. Aliveness is an incredible place. You have a very special organization and family. Your love and dedication to Aliveness is what makes this place a home to so many. This past year has included many challenges and also many successes. In 2019, we added 8 new board members to the Board of Directors. These are an amazing and diverse group of people representing a broad array of skills and talents, including people living with HIV, including an HIV and infectious disease doctor from Mayo, and financial and nonprofit leadership expertise. We've added a number of new programs. We added an additional medical case manager to the team. We expanded our prevention and outreach team. And I'm proud to tell you that Aliveness does more HIV outreach and testing than any other organization in Minnesota. We've also added a new member program called Aliveness Plus to support new members as they navigate living with HIV. COVID has had a significant impact on Aliveness. We're very sad to close our dining room and we miss seeing you all very, very much. We have transitioned to to-go meals and food shelf. We serve roughly 60 to 100 people every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And we want you to please continue to spread the word to members that we are open and that we're serving meals and groceries. And that anyone who needs our services, please come and connect with us. We're here to support you. And I want to thank so much our dedicated staff who have just done amazing work this year to completely change our services and change the way that we operate so that we can continue serving you and serving our members throughout these difficult times. Looking forward to this next year, our top priority is the health and safety of our members. Many of our members are at high risk for COVID, and we must do everything we can to lower the risk of infection and ensure your health and safety. We will take a very gradual and cautious approach to reopening. Our second priority is to manage the organization and our finances to continue serving our members and survive through COVID. We are doing everything we can to stay financially stable and make sure we can open back up stronger than before. We're also continuing to identify unmet needs of our members and to expand our programs and services where possible. We have a couple exciting new programs that we're working on. One is we are developing an expansion of on-site mental health services. We're also exploring ways to expand our housing programming and services as well. In addition, the murder of George Floyd less than a mile from Aliveness deeply hurt our staff and our members. And despite the pain, this is also a moment of historical change. Aliveness will use this moment to double down on our commitment to address issues of systemic racism, both inside and outside of Aliveness. I look forward to working with all of you on these priorities, and I look forward to the day when we can all celebrate reopening our space together. Thank you and take care.
Hello, my name is Scott Schlafman and I'm the Gambling Manager for the Aliveness Project Charitable Gambling Operations. The best 2 words to describe the year 2019 for gambling would be change and records. We made some small and large changes to our operations throughout the year to improve our returns. One drive in the past was always seeking new sites to expand gambling. This philosophy was slowly changed throughout the year to one of looking at our current sites and maximizing what we have. We added additional sites at some sites, made changes to the programs, tried different games at others. While we continued to look at possible new sites, we used our experience to look at those possible new sites to determine if it would be profitable and worth the long-term investment. There were some possibilities that we did decline in 2019. As far as records go, because of the cold weather at the beginning of the year, we saw a return of a losing month. We had not seen one of those in several years. On the flip side, later in the year, we had the highest monthly return ever. At one of our live booth sites for the year, we surpassed the $1 million mark in gross sales of pull tabs. I have included a recap showing the past 3 years of operations. This reflects sales and expenses. As a recap shows we pay more in taxes than we do have to donate back to the Aliveness Project. This needs to change. Please contact your legislature throughout the year urging them to support a tax reduction. As far as for current operations, we are slowly opening our operations. While hours and shifts at live booth have been reduced for the start, we will continue to watch sales and make changes as conditions improve and show support. There are some activities such as the wheel and bingo that have not started at this time. We are working on ways to begin them and remain within the distancing guidelines. 4 sites have yet to open as of this day. We have been advised by those sites that they will be opening. They have just not set a date for their ability to be able to comply with social distancing regulations. We hope they will be opening within the next couple months. We are hoping that our recovery throughout the rest of the year will allow us to at least reach our budget goals for 2020.
Hi everyone, my name is Mariah Wilberg and I am here to bring you End HIV-MN updates live from my living room. For those of you who don't know me, I am the statewide HIV Strategy and Services Coordinator at the Minnesota Department of Human Services. Please bear with me during this update. I'm having a few problems with my voice today. So I want to thank you all for inviting me to your virtual staff meeting. I have been an Aliveness Project member since 2006, and I do wish that I could be there in person to see all of your faces and enjoy a great meal. Speaking of meals, I want to thank you all for everything you're doing to make sure that people living with HIV can continue to receive critical services in the middle of a global pandemic and an uprising. A strong foundation for change. We urgently need change. The Minnesota Department of Health recently released some 2019 HIV statistics, and I am saddened, but not surprised, to learn that in 2019, 61% of new HIV diagnoses were among Black, Indigenous, and other communities of color, despite them making up only 20% of Minnesota's population. Eliminating these HIV-related health disparities is one of the 5 key goals of End HIV-MN. But today I want to talk about our foundation of the statewide plan, and that's meaningful involvement. So our plan calls for us to make sure that we are doing a good job of centering the voices of people and communities who are more often impacted by HIV in the decision-making about programming and funding and policies that affect their lives. And we understand that we're doing a better job with some communities than we are with others, and that's not okay. So that is the value that's guiding all of our work. I'm going to share 4 key updates of kind of recent or future projects. One of them is a recent survey that asks how we as government HIV partners can do a better job of supporting organizations like you and engaging you and the communities we serve in decision making. We recently closed that survey and we're looking forward to sharing what we learned with you all once the report is completed. Another recent project or ongoing project is key informant interviews with past, current, and prospective or future partner organizations to help us improve equity and engagement in our grant making process. A really fun project that we have planned, which is a continuation of a recent photo shoot we did in February, is a statewide anti-stigma campaign. And this project is being produced in partnership between the Minnesota Department of Health, the Minnesota Department of Human Services, and a coalition of folks statewide who are dedicated to ending HIV stigma. And this work is guided by people living with HIV. Finally, we're working on a community engagement plan so that we will post publicly so that everyone can understand the different opportunities you have to provide input to influence decision-making around HIV programming and funding. And we also think that mapping out this plan will help us identify gaps so that we're doing a better job and we can clearly show how people are influencing decision-making. So that's all the time I have for today. If you want to learn more, you can Google End HIVMN, or you can go directly to health.min.gov/End HIVMN. You can also reach out to me. I love to meet with folks, talk on the phone, do a virtual coffee meeting, and talk about our statewide plan and ideas that you may have on how we can improve. And my email is Mariah, MARIAH, .Wilberg, WILBERG, @state.mn.us. Thanks. Bye.
Hello, my name is Carrie Boyum. I use he, him pronouns, and I'm proud to have served as president to the board of the Aliveness Project this past year. And oh, what a year it has been. The impact of COVID-19 has dramatically affected how we're able to do our operations. I'm so proud of the flexibility of our members and the ingenuity and dedication of our staff to allow us to continue to perform our mission to provide the meals and services to our membership base. Also, the senseless murder of George Floyd right in our Minneapolis neighborhood has deeply affected us all. It is pointing out the need more than ever how we need to closely look at our systems so that we can better serve our communities of color, which are disproportionately affected by HIV. It is a priority of the board that we are recognized as a leader serving the HIV community, where racial equity and gender equity are core to our principles. This is helping us better serve our members and our dedicated staff. So I want to thank you all for your support. Our many members, our wonderful staff, our invaluable volunteers, our greatly needed financial contributors, and our many community supporters. Thank you for all you do at Aliveness Project.
Hi, I'm Hannah Dorn, Office Manager at the Aliveness Project. It is truly my honor to recognize the work of Kathy Vader, volunteer extraordinaire. Kathy stepped down this spring after 7 years of service at Aliveness. In 2013, Kathy began offering free talk therapy sessions as a licensed psychologist to our Aliveness members every week. Over the years, she provided nearly 1,000 sessions to over 150 Aliveness members. She also mentored staff and provided group education sessions on topics like harm reduction. In 2015, she was asked to join the board of directors, and her response was, "Aliveness is a crazy place, but you do amazing work, count me in." needless to say, Kathy fit right in. She immediately became a hardworking and active member of the board, serving as secretary and on a number of committees. She's the type of person to jump in wherever help is needed, and she stepped up to represent the board during some of our most challenging moments as an organization. That said, I think Kathy will be missed most by her dedicated fan club of regulars. Kathy had a very eclectic, diverse group of Aliveness members who loved to meet with her for talk therapy. Young and old, white folks and folks of color, cis and trans, gay, straight, genderqueer, non-gender conforming. She really had a broad appeal. Here's what some of her folks had to say.
Thank you for the amazing words of advice and wisdom, Kathy. I'll miss you greatly. I valued the time we had together, every hour. She's the best therapist I've ever had. Thanks to her, I've moved on. Kathy, thank you for being a mentor to me. You taught me a lot about boundaries. I respect how you said we were the experts on our own lives and supported us in finding our own path and solutions. You showed up for us in blizzards, ice storms, and 20 below weather. Thank you for caring so much. Kathy, I will miss how you listened and how you made it easy for me to tell the truth about myself. I enjoyed our laughter and the consoling moments as well. Thank you for staying professional, but making me feel like I was a friend.
Thank you to our Aliveness members, volunteers, staff, and supporter for keeping Aliveness alive. Despite everything, our Aliveness community will survive and thrive. Stay healthy and keep going because you matter.